Hi, I'm an artist, writer, content creator, but you can call me Rain. This is a little intro video to who I am as me, Rain, my internet persona, and just a general guide to an introduction of what you can expect here at the Lombo Lore House. And with this introduction video, I am going to basically take my sim here and put my custom content on her to make her actually look like me, so that you guys can get to know me a little bit. This is probably going to be my first video, and if you're seeing this, odds are it's probably my birthday. I'm 23 years old, I'm a young adult. I'm a young adult, and yeah, I don't know. Let's get started. It's gonna be kind of stupid to try and talk about, how I adjust myself to make it look like me and to learn all about me physically. I feel like the more interesting stuff is learning about my personality. So we'll get that out of the way real quick. So I always choose myself to be a Renaissance sim. Which gives me the bonus trait of a quick learner, which in gameplay is very helpful, but in real life that's just not true. I'm a quick learner, but like mostly it's just beginner's luck. After the beginning part ends, I don't have the beginner's luck anymore, and then I suck. I actually have terrible luck. That's like genuinely a thing that I talk about with my friends a lot, is that I always have awful, abysmal luck, and they're like, well, you're too pessimistic. And yes, I am a very pessimistic person as well, but also my luck sucks. This is like very me to my core. This is my personal belief, is that I think that being a jack of all trades is always going to be better than being a master of one. You know how that saying goes, but yeah, I like to learn as many trades and skills and different passions as I can, which you can probably tell from my little intro that I have many different side projects. I have a lot of comics that I'm in the process of trying to make. I have like 2 novels that I'm working on right now, and I'm really trying to get into the whole content creation thing, mainly on YouTube. That's always been my main slice. I've done a couple streams here and there on Twitch. I'm not very consistent with it. Maybe I'll get more consistent with it. And social media in general is just, a thing right now, but YouTube is where it's at for me. I like this a lot better. I like long form content, although probably my first couple of videos are not going to be long form necessarily, but longer than a couple minutes, which is what the majority of people seem to like these days, which I do not like. I don't like that. I feel like it ruins your attention span. Speaking of attention span, I don't have one. Oh yeah, you might look at my channel if you're coming back after seeing a couple of my videos in the future and deciding, oh, I want to subscribe to this girl. She seems kind of cool, which by the way, you totally should do. But I get it. This is probably, this might be your first impression of me. It might not be. Either way, do what makes you feel comfortable. Everyone is welcome here in the Lore House. But you might be looking at my content, you might be looking at my page and being like, huh, new YouTuber, just started. Well, actually, that's a lie. Technically, I've had a YouTube account that I've posted on since 2011. However, I was 9 in 2011, so I don't really like the idea of making content as a minor, so I've just completely taken off that channel, have no association with it anymore. It doesn't exist anymore. So yes, technically this is a new account that has just been made, but trust me, I've been around for a while. I know the old lore. Which brings me to my next point about what the lore house is all about. So I really like games that have heavy lore, and if they don't have heavy lore, I like making up heavy lore for it. So for example, in The Sims, I like to have very expansive family dynamics and storylines going on with them. I'm not really sure if I'm going to make a lot of Sims content, because The Sims and EA and Maxis in general are just in kind of hot water right now. EA basically was sold. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't really think I'm going to be making a ton of Sims content. Also, most of what this video is showing off my custom content, so it's not even about supporting EA in general. It gives me weird vibes. If you don't know about it, I'll pop something up on screen that basically has an explanation of the gist of what's going on with EA, because if you're looking at this and being like, what the fuck is she talking about? Yeah, it's the whole controversy, but don't worry, there's plenty of other games that have heavy lore. And when I get around to filming those, you'll see what I mean by adding lore into my games, even if the game itself does not have lore. But yeah, I love games with deep lore. Unfortunately, when I have been streaming, a lot of people have said that I have a very cozy vibe going on, which I think is true. I think that's fair to say. I don't like that though. I want to have a more chaotic and insane kind of unhinged vibe. Problem is, I'm not very good at improvising on my own by myself. I personally don't think I'm a very funny person. I think I sound a little bit insane, which is why I've given myself the erratic trait, which in-game, this makes your sim talk to herself, she just gets weird, unpredictable emotions, which very accurate for me. My mental health is in shambles these days, but also whose isn't? I'm a bit of a geek, as they would say. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing to talk about. But yeah, you know, I'm here doing gaming videos and making comic books and stuff like that. I feel like that's a pretty obvious one. And then I'm creative, you know. I feel like that one's also pretty self-explanatory given my hobbies. Now let's get started in the creation of my sim. So I have a ton of custom content, and I'll try my best to tell you like where you can get this custom content if you're interested in it. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. So the hair that I really like, that I think my hair looks like, I think it is by Ahoob, which is not how you pronounce that at all. It's like Aharis00 Brittany, which abbreviated is Ahoob. Here it is, somewhere in here. All of these ones. See, it says Ahoob. It's the plain one, this one right here. So this is what my hair looks like. As for color, when I was little, I used to have more of like an auburn hue to my hair, but now that I'm at my big age of 23, it's just kind of darker. It's got a little bit of red highlights in it, but it's definitely not like this or anything. It's dark brown. And most importantly, I actually have premature grayness going on, so my hair is actually brown with silver. But you can still kind of see that I used to have kind of reddish hair when the sunlight hits me. Yeah, this is pretty accurate. Right now I have bangs, although I've always drawn my persona, which you'll probably see on screen as I'm talking right now, with like a slight part to the left, and the bangs aren't really bangs, they're kind of just side floopy swirly things. But yeah, that's just how I draw myself, but in real life this is pretty accurate to how my hair looks, especially right now, because my bangs are like pushed back like this, and they're being kind of weird and twirly. They curl so far up because my hair texture is mostly like pin straight, except I have two sections that are very curly, and it's this section right here, and there's a section like in the back here that's extremely curly, so goes up like that. Looks kind of like one of those swirly mustaches. Now, I am very self-conscious about the idea of showing my face on the internet, and also the idea of showing off my like real name on the internet, so there might be some things that you might see where I censor things randomly or just refuse to do certain like IRL type things. That's because I have a really weird fear of parasocialness, and surprisingly it's not a fear of strangers knowing about my real identity, it's more or less the people that I know in real life knowing about this identity that I'm afraid of. Basically, I am kind of stupid and not over something that happened when I was 13, hence why I deleted my old channel. When I was 13, I got bullied a lot in middle school for having an internet persona, and yeah, so I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna make sure that nobody knows about this. And if you're watching this and you do know me in real life, you have a duty to keep this a secret and to not dox me, okay? Okay. Yeah, since I don't really ever show myself in real life, you're gonna have to kind of just use this video as an imagination for what I look like. I don't really think there are any celebrities that I look like particularly. My aunt used to say, who by the way, my aunt and I looked very similar to each other, she just had different eye color. She used to say that she looked like Mary Tyler Moore or Anne Hathaway, which I do not see at all. I'm so sorry to her, I would love to honor her name and say that that's true, but the Mary Tyler Moore thing with face shape maybe, but Anne Hathaway is a different type of woman. She is gorgeous, and my aunt was gorgeous too, don't get me wrong, but I think they're kind of different types of women. I think she just liked Anne Hathaway as an actor. As for me personally though, I think sometimes if I look into the mirror and don't really focus on myself, sometimes I think I look a little bit like Saoirse Ronan, and some of my friends from college, they used to say that I look like the famous streamer RT Game, but if he was a woman. And I kind of feel like that is a little bit accurate, but that might be more of like a personality and style thing. Regardless, if you combine all of the people that I just met into one thing, maybe you'll get an idea of what I look like in real life. I feel like talking about myself like this is giving the opening to My Immortal. You know, the stupid fanfiction thing that's like a copy pasta.
Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway, and I have long ebony black hair, and that's how I got my name, with purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back and icy blue eyes. But a lot of people tell me that I look like Amy Lee. Author's note, if you don't know who that is, get the hell out of here! I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white, and I have pale white skin, and I'm fucking Draco Malfoy, or whatever, I don't know. I do have the first part memorized. You'll find I have many monologues saved to my internal soundboard. Yeah, no, this video is literally just giving like, hi, my name is Rainlore, and I have dark auburn brown hair with gray streaks that reaches my mid-back, and ice blue eyes like raindrops. That's how I got my name. And a lot of people tell me I look like RT Game. Author's note, if you don't know who that is, get the fuck out of here. I'm a human, but my teeth are sharp and jagged and ivory at best. I have pale white skin with freckles. The Gerard Way part always got me asking, why does she wish that she was related to him because he's hot? Like, that's a little bit concerning to me. I don't know. Hopefully we all are on the same page with that one. I get the whole thing was probably written as satire, but I think we glance over that part too quickly, way too quickly. I got bright eyes, but not that bright. I do have the light blue eye stare thing that people talk about. I do have that. I've got that 1,000-yard stare with these big blue eyes. Other thing that's a little inaccurate but is going to be impossible to make is my nose, because my nose is not symmetrical. It's slightly angled like this way. And I don't know, I've never really noticed it, but someone pointed it out to me in high school, and I've never been able to shake it since, and I have realized that, oh yeah, my nose does not line up with my eyes. And then the other thing that's odd about me, I guess, in the face that is I have really fucked up teeth. I'm very, like, knock on wood, quite lucky to say that I don't really have any severe insecurities. This looks terrifying, by the way. I'm not really that insecure about my appearance, but I do know that my teeth are not very conventionally attractive. I don't have a problem with it. I actually think my teeth are kind of cool, but I have teeth kind of like this one, maybe? Yeah, like that. My canines stick out a lot, and the one on one of my canines, both of them do. One of them does a little bit more than the other, but both of them stick out a lot, and they kind of are a little bit pointed. And I think it's cool because I think they look like vampire fangs, and I like it. But then just recently, I was at the dentist. She like made fun of my teeth, and she was like, I can't believe you live like that. Like, you know, just let me know if you want it changed. Like, we can get you, like, we can have it like removed and like replaced with a fake tooth so that it like looks better. I'm like, no, I think it's fine. I don't care. But yeah, all of that to say, I have kind of fucked up teeth, and I know they're not very conventionally attractive, but I like them, and I'm not insecure about them. I really do like them. Oh my god, she just smiled and I saw the teeth, and I'm like, yeah, that looks a lot more accurate. Why have I never done that before? I don't think I've ever made my sim have that. That's what my teeth look like. That's accurate. That's accurate, with the tooth sticking over the lip. That is very accurate. My tooth gets stuck on my lip sometimes. Everyone is beautiful in their own special way. It doesn't matter to me. Like, I really rarely will ever find anything particularly unattractive. Everyone has the potential to be beautiful, and I really wish that everyone else could see that too. Okay, it's outfit time, I think, because otherwise I think I look fine. I don't have the height slider mod, but if you're curious, I consider myself to be pretty tall. I believe I'm like the average height for an American male. So this little base default outfit, you know, that's about what I'd wear on a daily basis, but I do have custom content that's very specific. So my little PNG tuber that keeps popping up on the side, that's like my default outfit, which I do own something like that in real life. Is it in here? No, it's not. I have a lot of sweater vests. Is it this one? No. Is it in sweaters? That might be helpful. It might be in buttons ups. I swear to god, it lives around here. Where's this damn sweater vest? Testing again. I need to drink water. I don't even know what's going on. It's frozen. All 13 people are really gonna care about this video. This is running really slow. Okay guys, so in other news, my game crashed. I've gotten this back up, but mysteriously the traits have vanished, so I think I might have to restart yet again. I restarted and it's still not fucking there. EA. Electronic. Yay, it's back! We can see that I'm an insane nerd. Great, excellent, amazing.
as I pick out my outfits here, I'll try and talk about like some aesthetics that I've enjoyed. So I guess like the whole like point and like the aesthetic of the lore house is sort of this like high fantasy setting type thing in which I'm like a knight in this like noble house. So I really like the idea of me being in like knight aesthetics. I have like the alt outfit for like my PNG tuber with the knight outfit instead of the modern sweater vest. Instead of the modern sweater vest, you know, I like the knight. I like the knight outfit. I think it's really cool. I think it really suits me. It's like my truest form. True form unlocked. Me as knight. Yeah, I really like the knight aesthetics. I'm also quite fond of Lolita, specifically Gothic Lolita and Hime Lolita, and that's kind of what you're seeing here is my attempt at making a Hime Lolita chord. So I got a couple of passion projects, you know, that I would love to talk about, and something about me is that you can always make me feel loved and appreciated by just asking me anything about my OCs, and if you have any artist friends, you should do the same to them. You'll make their day, trust me. So there's a couple of things that I've been working on. There's like probably, I'll talk about 3 of my main comic projects that I've been working on because I really hope to have at least one of them be sort of publicly available to be viewed. And you know, they'll come out before Yandere Simulator, but maybe not before GTA 6 if you're looking at a general timeline of things. I've been working on them for a while. So yeah, I'll talk about a couple of them, see if you're interested in any. Please let me know if you are, if you're interested in any of my characters or in any of the plots that I discuss with you tonight. The first one that I'm going to talk about is called Hotel Harmony, which is a sort of just a very simple slice of life. But basically it follows this one girl, her name is Nori, who she, fresh out of university looking for an internship or some sort of entry-level job, and she's like an events coordinator type person, so she wants to do something with events coordination, and she finds a job at this old hotel, which she thinks is going to be a much bigger, a lot more of like an influential hotel, if that makes sense. Like she thinks it's really busy all the time, so she's like, oh, this will be great for my first job. But it is a tiny little hotel in this like old traditional rural town, and nobody really ever goes there anymore, so she has basically nothing to work with because there are no events that are ever going to happen there. And she meets the hotel owner's daughter, who also wants the position, and so the two of them sort of quarrel back and forth, and that's sort of like the main conflict setup. And then there's a side plot where, as they're trying to do event coordination to sort of get the hotel and the small town that it's in back on the map, they're trying to set up a little festival, like a music festival, and they hire a very small underground indie band to come and play, and it also follows the boys in that band. So that's kind of the gist of it, is you just get to know the characters a little bit. There's not much complexity to it. It's pretty plain and simple. That's the gist of it. I'm really excited for it, though. I think that friendships that are explored between the characters, and sometimes even the romantic relationships, not trying to spoil anything, but there's a little bit of romance in this one. Yeah, I don't know. The characters are really funny, the way they interact with each other. I'm a big fan of Ichigo, who is sort of the frontman of the band that the story follows, and he's just so over the top. He thinks he's way more famous than he actually is. He thinks he is famous is the thing. He's not. He is relatively unknown. But yes, it's just a funny little thing where, you know, there's some family dynamics explored, some friendships, some romance, all that jazz. It's fun. It's good. The next one that I've been working on, which honestly might end up being the first one that I end up making public, it's a racing comic. It's about a group of kids. Well, I say kids, they're all like young adults. It's a group of young adults who do secret illegal motocross racing, and currently it's called Old Hill Mall Motorsports. I might change the name because it's a bit of a mouthful. But basically there's this old abandoned mall in this small town. I imagine it takes place in British Columbia in Canada. I don't really know why. It just struck me as a place of inspiration, and that's where I've decided it takes place. There's this old abandoned mall that's just out in kind of like, it's like a small town, like a borderline rural, borderline suburban kind of town. And there's this old mall that used to, in its heyday, was, you know, a good mall, but now it's just kind of decrepit and dilapidated. And this businessman, he kind of owns the land, but doesn't really do anything with it, doesn't uphold security or anything like that. And so there's a group of young adults, like in their mid-20s, who discovered that, oh, nobody really, you know, has security around here. We can use it to practice our
our motorbike skills, I guess, and they create like an underground racing league that eventually attracts more people in, and so they have this like racing league, and it's literally just people racing and having rivalries with each other. You know, typical sports anime vibes. It follows these four main boys who, most of them are seniors in high school, one of them is a little bit younger. They just they want to get in with the elites, and the elites are the ones who are like the top tier racers. They're the ones who invented the whole thing, and they want to like be in with them and be seen as like the cool and talented racers of the league, like the elites. And then last but not least of the passion projects that I'm going to talk about today, I have the Midsummer Nobles, which I'm sure that if you know anything about me, you might know about this already. I absolutely adore and love this series that I'm working on. It's my magnum opus. The Midsummer Nobles is a sort of magical girl story, a superhero story, I guess. And I really am really a big fan of this. I really think that I think you all will really like this one. I've been working on it for like 5 years now at this point, and I am very, very excited to share it with you all. So it follows this group of 5 friends who they decide to go stargazing one night. So they decide to go stargazing to celebrate the summer solstice. They head out to Stargazer's Field, which is, you know, just an empty field in their hometown, an old cornfield, and they go stargazing and they see some shooting stars, and one of them lands in the forest behind the field. They are so intrigued by this that they go and check it out, and they find that the meteorite that landed in the forest is actually not a meteorite, but rather a secret message from an alien civilization. When they interact with this meteorite, they absorb the power of this alien civilization's fallen heroes. Yeah, you know, typical little superhero stuff. I got the 5 main characters, so Mari, who becomes Lady Blossom, and then there is Raiden, he becomes Lord Thunder, and then there's Prince Marine, who is the leader of the group. He is his human counterpart. I don't know why I did this backwards for him. His human is Felix. So Suise is she becomes Miss Vega, and then there is Clark, who is a little bit girl crazy. He's a bit like Brock from Pokemon, and coincidentally they had the same color scheme, which was not intentional at all. He becomes Baron Boulder. Yeah, so that's the 5 of them, and they are on a mission to stop the evil, unforgivable Lady Polaris from completely taking over the alien civilization. And yeah, that's my favorite. There's a lot of shenanigans that happen in that one. It's my magnum opus that I've been working on it for a while. I'm really into it.
One thing about me is that I will always wear socks, even and especially while sleeping. Socks must be on. I have to have socks. I hate feet. I don't like feet, and therefore socks must always be on.
So as I make these outfits for my sim here, I wanted to talk about the mods that I have in the game. I don't want to say like every single one, because that would just take a long time. And also, let's be honest, you might not really care. If you see something that you really like, give me like a comment of a timestamp, and I will see if I can figure out what you're talking about and see if I can get back to you on what custom content that is. But for any of the ones that I use in the video, like any that I actually choose, I will try and have a pop-up on screen that tells you where it's from. So I really like the Maxis Match CC, because part of the reason why I liked The Sims 4 above any other Sims game is because I like the art style, the like Maxis art style. I do not like it when they're like weirdly realistic and kind of uncanny valley. Do not like that at all. However, that being said, I do have some Alpha CC, and Alpha CC basically means anything that's like hyper realistic. So for example, this looks like I'm wearing satin here. That's more of an alpha thing. You can tell exactly like what kind of fabric is being used. You can see the folds in the fabric, all that sort of thing. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but sometimes for some of the clothes, there's no other options. Like for example, a lot of the medieval clothes that I have, there's just no Maxis medieval clothes. They're all just going to be some slight variation of alpha. So like, you know, Maxis and a half, alpha and a half, if you will. I don't know. Somewhere in between the two. I do have some stuff. As long as I don't have any alpha hair. I hate the alpha hairs. I think they look awful. So, you know how I was talking for a while about my teeth earlier? Well, interesting thing happened. When my game crashed earlier, and I restarted recording for this voiceover, I chipped my tooth. On what, you may ask? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It just fell out. I think, okay, honestly, I think it's because I bite my nails. I think I bit my nails and it chipped my tooth. That's what I think happened. But I was doing it so subconsciously that I just did not notice. And then all of a sudden, there was something hard in my mouth and I took it out and it was a piece of tooth. Yeah, it's fine though. I mean, I called the dentist and they were like, you're fine. It's so small, nobody's gonna notice. So who cares? Oh, this is for ghosts. Sorry, I forgot how The Sims work sometimes. I forgot you could do this from the main menu. Usually I just let my old Sims starve to death. Because my old Sims, so I always set it so that if I'm not playing with a household, they don't age up, because I don't like
I don't like not being able to control everything, you know what I mean? Like, if I want my sim to age up, I will age them up myself, you know what I mean? I don't really care about that. I don't need them to age up on their own. But because of this, if I don't play with an elder household, they just don't die. They just stay alive forever, which is fine if I wanted some immortal, but I often don't. If anyone was interested, I could show you my Not So Berry challenge, because I've been working on it for a while. I'm on Gen 8, I believe, the Peach generation, I think. Or I'm going to be. I'm pretty sure that my sim is about to have the child. But anyway, I have this like huge, like long storyline going on with my Not So Berry challenge, and I'd love to show you all. If anyone's interested, I would show you that. I have a whole bunch of screenshots. I'll give you like a slideshow PowerPoint presentation on what my Not So Berry challenge looks like. But anyway, because I have such these long family lineages, I often have to, like, you know, kill off the grandparents or whatever so that they die of old age. Because I didn't do this, and then my sim's great-great-great-great-grandfather was alive for like 5 generations. I was like, this man is like thousands of years old at this point. Like, what is going on here? This is not right. But yeah, I usually make them just die of hunger so that they would just die, so that I don't have to wait for them to die of old age. But with the new update where you can just, I say new, I think this is like a year old at this point, you can just make them be dead. You can make them be ghosts, and they'll have like a little shimmery effect of whatever their cause of death was. And I forgot that this existed. I kind of thought it was like the fears and wants thing, which is not a thing that you can do. You cannot manipulate your sim's fears, which I think is really crazy, because I am notoriously, famously a coward, and I think that by putting my fears in Create a Sim, you'd get a whole lot more accuracy going on here. So yeah, whatever. Let's go over my likes and dislikes, okay? So these are what I've chosen to like. I feel like I don't know why I have myself as liking cooking and baking, because I don't. I'm not very good at that. I mean, I don't mind cooking, because like you gotta cook to live, but baking is infuriating to me. I'm not a good baker. Dude, favorite colors. I don't really, there's no color that I particularly dislike. It's always just gonna be a shade of a color that I like or dislike. My favorite color, my actual genuine favorite color is indigo, which is such a bright, vibrant color that I don't want to own anything that's that bright, because I actually don't like vibrant colors that much, at least to look at. However, everything I own is either like a light lilac or a sky blue. Everything that's on my channel, my branding is lilac and blue. I like these colors a lot. These are my colors, my branding. I also like pink. I'm a big fan of green, and I like red, and coincidentally, pink, purple, blue, green, and red are the colors of the Midsummer Nobles. Wow. If you're into any sort of show in which the characters are color-coded, chances are I'm in that fandom. I really love it when characters have like a color that's their color to like distinguish them from the rest of the cast. Now, a fun fact about me and my the sort of fandoms that I'm in is that when I was 13 years old, I, for some reason, woke up one day and decided that I would watch every single popular anime at the time. So this was like 2015-ish and earlier, so anything from like before then. I would at least seen an episode or two of whatever was popular at the time. And basically I was like, oh, if I like it, then I'll watch the whole series, and if I don't like it, then, you know, I'll table it, maybe I'll come back to it later, but if I don't like it, I don't like it. And I ended up watching so many things, and I'm so proud of myself for doing this, because now I can say I'm in a lot of the fandoms. I'm in a lot of fandoms, that's all there is to say about that. Oh, update my computer, you say? I'm gonna go with a no. Thank you, I'll come back to that later. Yeah, well, that was a whole lot of yapping about me. I hope I didn't bore you to death. I don't know why anyone would ever really care about watching this unless they were somehow hyper-obsessed with me. Interesting. Well, it is my birthday, so like, I suppose you kind of have to watch this. I don't know why you would want to watch 30 minutes of me yapping about myself, but you did, and if you made it this far, you literally you listened to me yap about myself for this long. I am cringe, but I am free. And when I'm famous one day, which I will be, I know I will be, you'll be like, oh my god, she responded to me on her first ever video. I was there, I'm an OG. Yeah, so if you want to be an OG, you hit that subscribe button, you comment down below, you like this video, and all that jazz. And subscribe for more lore. There's going to be a lot coming your way soon. I have a lot of plans for videos that I'm going to be doing. Again, it's my birthday, so it's more of like a birthday thing than a New Year's revolution. It's more of a birthday thing than a New Year's resolution. I've been planning this for a while. I just wanted my first video to be on my birthday. On my 23rd birthday, no less, because that's my favorite number, fun fact. More fun facts about me. I know this is kind of a stupid video. I feel like it's probably not going to be the first video you watch of mine, because I feel like you're probably going to come back to it and then see it and be like, oh, who is Rainlore?
Rain Lore Simtroduction video. I'll watch this, and that's probably how you're gonna watch this. But if this is your first video, I'm sorry that I've made this insane impression on you. I'm sorry that this video has been literally just an impression on you. But stay tuned, I have some uploads scheduled, so they'll be up soon. You can watch me play Animal Crossing and some other fun, stupid games that I've found along the way. But yeah, I'll see you later. I will see you with my eyes, physically. I will look into your soul and find you. Subscribe for more lore. Bye.